Hi everybody, it's Cathryn from In the Pink Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so all the products that I use you can purchase from me on my website that is at the top of the screen, and it's also linked below. My project today is a window box, which you don't have to do a window. You could put some more butterflies on the front if you didn't want to do this, but it holds 4 of the Lindt, what is it called here? Bugs and Bees. And they have ladybugs, but they only had 3 ladybugs, so I just did 2 of each. But I love these. These, I think, come out in the spring, but I think I also see these in Lindt around the Christmas time also. But you could also fit, let's see how many. I think you can fit, yeah, you could fit a bunch of the Hershey miniatures in there. No, this one's going to get stuck. There we go. All right, so if you don't have these, I got mine. It came like this in a 5-pack from Target, and they were $4. All right. So the actual box measures, let me just quick put these back in. It measures 4.5 by 3.5 by 3/4. All right, most of it's, well, half of it's the top, so it's actually the actual bottom part is 1 3/4 by 4.5. All right, I just doubled it to put a nice sentiment on the top. Okay, what we need for this is a piece of real red cardstock that is 7.5 by 7.5, a strip of basic white, 2 pieces of Abstract Beauty DSP that are 4 1/4 by 1 1/2, and a piece of window sheet that is also 4 1/4 by 1 1/2. Alrighty. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start on one side here that is 7.5, and we're going to score at 3/4, 1 1/2, 3 1/4, and 4. Then we're going to turn it a quarter turn, okay? And we're going to score at 3/4, 1 1/2, 6, and 6 3/4. Okay. Now I'm going to fold and burnish. Okay, so this is what we're going to do here. All right. All right, and how it's set up is there is 2 3/4-inch strips at the top and 2 at the bottom, and there's 1 on the left-hand side. All right, and then the biggest unscored piece is over here. Okay, that can help you to get it in the right position. All right. So we're going to start on the left-hand side, and there is 2 squares right here. So we're going to go over to the first score line and cut up to the second score line and get rid of both of them. Okay. Okay. Skip these two squares and cut right next to them straight. Get rid of the square at the bottom. And then wedge both sides of the square that's left here. Okay. Now we have 2 rectangles. We're going to go to the other side of them and cut it straight to the second score line. And then there's 2 squares. Cut the other side of them straight to the second score line. Get rid of the bottom square, and then wedge both sides of it. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Now we're just going to get rid of these 2 long rectangles. Okay, so that's one side. Now we're going to turn it 180 And we're just going to do the same exact thing. We'll start over here on the left, and you have the two long rectangles. Go to the first score line and cut up to the second score line and take both of these off. Okay. There's two squares. Go next to the squares and cut it straight to the second score line. Get rid of the bottom square and wedge both sides. Okay, and then you have two smaller rectangles here. We're going to cut the side of that straight. And then we have four squares actually. We're only going to be keeping this one right here. Okay? So what we're going to do is go to the other side of the first set of two, cut it to the second score line, and get rid of the bottom one. And then just wedge both sides of this square here. Okay, and then we're just going to get rid of these two. Okay, and after cutting, that's what it should look like. Now we're going to bring in the Detail Trio Punch. And I want you to round, these are going to be our side flaps here. We're going to round the corners on both sides here. Okay, and this is retiring. I didn't see another one, like a small corner rounder. So I'm surprised, but that's okay. I guess everybody bought one, so they don't want to have it in the catalog, the new annual. All right, so that's those flaps, and then this big piece, which is going to be the back here, we're going to round the corners on that also. And I didn't cut this one very well. Oopsie. Okay. And this side, I kept a little of the score line on. I don't like that bump. Okay, now we're going to round the corners of these. Okay, now we're going to have to cut our window, and we're using this die from the seasonal label dies, but we have to put our DSP on the front panel first. So that's this piece right here. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to attach it with Stampin Seal. Oops, take the top off, because I don't want any of the glue to squeak out and ruin the rest of the project. So I'm going to put quite a bit on. Oh, that's the end of that, so I guess that'll be good for now. Alrighty. Okay, and I'm just going to center this on this piece here. Alright. And then I'm just going to use some tape. And I'm going to center this die in the middle here and put some low tack tape on there. Alright, and then I'm going to have to fold under one of these sides, two of them, both of these sides, to put it in my machine. And I'm going to cut it and I'll be right back. Alright, and then I'm just going to gently pull up the tape. Okay. And I'm just going to take this up, and this piece right here, we're going to flip it over, and that's what we're going to use for our sentiment on the top. Alright, now to put our box together, I just have a little bit of glue right here. I'm going to get up. Okay. I'm going to use liquid glue, okay? But how it's going to go together is we're going to put liquid glue here and flip it underneath and then attach it to this large piece, okay? So bend it once so it knows where it's going to go, kind of has a memory, and then it'll flip like that. And I'm just going to put some liquid glue, not too much, we don't want it to squeeze out too much. All right, and then just put it down. Oops, just like that, so that it will stay. It'll be right in the exact place we need it. Okay, and then when it flips up, it'll be right in this exact spot. All right, and then I'm just going to close these sides. Okay, well, I shouldn't have done that. Every time I forget the window sheet. All right, it's okay. We can make it work. What did I do with it? Here it is. Okay, we need some glue dots. And you're probably screaming at me. Put the window sheet in first, right? Okay, I'm going to put one in each corner. And then one as close to the edge as I can get it, right in the middle of the long side. At least I have two open ends. Oops. Okay. All right. And let's just put it in there. Get it nicely centered as best we can now that it's, yeah, okay. I made it the same size as the DSP, so it should fit exactly how the DSP fits. Okay, crisis averted. There we go. And also, you can do it on both sides, but I'm just going to do it on one side because I want it to tightly fit. I'm just going to use a small circle punch. I guess it can just take a half circle out so it's easier to grab. All right. This one I'll just leave alone. Okay, now we need our other piece of DSP, same size. That is 4 1/4 by 1 1.5, and we're going to round one of the sides, both corners, and get our liquid glue again. And then that will go right up here. Excuse my head, sorry. Should turn it around. Oops, now I'm sliding it. Okay, there we go. All right, and that's the basic box. Okay, now we need to do some stamping, and we're going to be using the, Hello Ladybug stamp set and the Ladybug Builder Punch. So first let's do the body of the ladybug, and we're using Tuxedo Black Ink. I'm going to do him upside down because that's how he is on the punch. There we go. And then I'll punch that out first. Okay. And then we're going to do the wings. So first we'll do the real red. And we need them to go this way. Go up here. I need to re-ink this. It's getting a sweet spot there. Okay. And then we need Tuxedo Black again for the dots. Okay. And then we need the label, and we're going to put it, the Happy Easter, and this Happy Easter is from Easter Friends. And this is cling, so we don't need the Stampin' Pierce mat, and I'm going to put it towards the left. Great. Okay, now I just need to punch out my wings. silicone mat. Okay, and then what I'm going to do with this, on the inside bottom of the wing, I'm going to put a dimensional so that it kind of sticks up. We don't want it all the way at the bottom, but about right there, about 1/4 inch from the tip of the wing on both sides. And then I'm just going to put, well, first let me take the backings off. And then I'm just going to put a tiny bit of glue a little bit down from the neck. And attach it. Now let's get our box. And I'm just going to center this with liquid glue on the backing. Okay, and then we're going to take regular dimensionals and put them on our bug next to the sentiment. Just tap it down. Okay, now let's, oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot we need our flowers with the Daffodil Delight. And then I'm just going to fussy cut them. Okay, now let's just put our guys in there. Alrighty. Okay, and then I'm just going to take liquid glue. I'm going to put 2 flowers on the top. And then the smaller one over on the right side. Okay. And then if you notice on this one, I used Rhinestone Basic Jewels, the red rhinestone ones. But I really wanted to use these Wonderful Gems, but I didn't have enough. So I'm going to use the Wonderful Gems on this one. I'm just going to put one in the middle of each of the flowers. Yeah, I like these better. Okay, and then I'm going to put a matte black dot right at the end of the sentiment in that little curve. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to leave a comment if you want to be entered into my 3,000th subscriber giveaway. And if you have any questions, my email is below. The link to purchase supplies is below. And also the link to my blog that has the measurements. Alrighty, please subscribe and have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.